How you doing? My name is Kevin Johnson.
Mr. Johnson. Kenneth Collins, the band director at John Ehret High School.
All right. This your first time being interviewed?
Of course not. Not my first time being interviewed. It's my first time being interviewed for the John Ehret High School's YouTube page, so it's a pretty big honor for me. I don't get to walk on grand stages too often, so I'm excited to be here.
Well, let's get on the interview. Can you tell us about yourself when you here at John Ehret?
Well, I'm 25 years old, and I was born here in New Orleans, Louisiana, on the West Bank as well. I'm a graduate of Edna Carr High School, and I studied my first degree in music at Southern University A&M College in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I picked up music when I was in 8th grade, and didn't know that within a few years I would be devoting my life to it, and things started happening pretty fast, and I became pretty decent at it, and I became a band director, and I wanted to work here at John Ehret for a lot of reasons, but mainly because of the music program that was already here, and I felt that it was a place that I can take to another level, that I can help grow as well. So I'm very excited to be here at John Ehret, and I enjoy it. I come to work every day happy and ready to work with the great students that we have.
That's good. All right. How long have you been the band director here at John Ehret?
This is my second year. The first year went great. It happened, and it happened fast. So here we are, year 2, and trying to do some great things here.
What would you say some of your greatest strengths are?
My greatest strengths, personally, and I guess being a band director, is being a leader. You have to be a leader. You have to be responsible for a large group of people, and that would be a great strength of mine. I've always been a strong leader when it comes down to my music groups, to their discipline, and even their musical talents as well. Musically, I would say that my strongest attribute musically would have to be the ability to write it. I study composition currently for my master's degree at the University of New Orleans, where I really dove into writing music. But I've been arranging for band and marching band for about 8 to 9 years now. So that has really pushed me along as well. I played the drums in school, and I would say my playing skills are pretty mediocre. I can play though. I can play a little something. I wouldn't be the first person to be knocking down the door to go perform though. But I have enough knowledge to play. And one more strength would be, some people think when you involve feelings like compassion that it's a weakness. But to me, I believe that it's a strength. Being able to understand every student's personal situation and mold them to be the best that they can be, because everybody's different, everybody's situation is different. But just being able to understand and be compassionate for other people, I believe that's a strength that really is going to push me along in my career, and I'm sure others as well.
Somehow, I still don't get the writing notes. I still don't get that.
Yeah. Well, it's like anything. It takes a lot of practice. And first, to write, you have to know kind of what to write. So you have to know how to read and how the music notes actually work together with one another. And after doing it for a whole long time, you get better and you get used to those type of things.
What about some of your weaknesses?
I'm one of those guys. I don't feel like I have any weaknesses. There are definitely a lot of things that I need to improve at, which we all do. We all have room to grow, but I don't consider that anything or my shortcomings. I don't consider that a weakness. That's just room to go. So I'm going to answer none. I can adapt to anything, any change, and I think that turns into more, like we said, more strengths than less weaknesses.
What about, what brings a band director your dream job, or is it something else?
I tell my students all the time, I remember the day I decided I wanted to be a band director. I was walking home with one of my buddies who was in 11th grade, and he said, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna major in music. I want to be a band director. I'm not really good at nothing else." And I was walking next to him, and I'm like, I kind of agree. Music is kind of what I devoted my time to in school. I was very dedicated, and it made only sense to go that route for my career. Yes, being a band director was my dream job, is my dream job, and even being a band director here at John Ehret is a dream job. I'll tell you something. I went and I really wanted to work here. Before the position came open in May, I was in the principal's office in December, trying to work my way here, saying that I wanted to work here, and I really wanted to work here for a purpose and with the plan. And I was granted that position, and thankfully, like you said, I get to live out my dream and really do what I want to do, what I love to do. I wanted to work here. I come here every day, and I'm happy to be here.
That's good. What college did you attend, and what advice would you have for a student just starting in college?
Yeah, I attended Southern University in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where I studied music, and currently I attend the University of New Orleans, where I study music composition for my graduate degree. If there was any advice that I can give any student about to go to college or thinking of going to college, I would definitely say, do it. Personally, I believe that it's 2019. It's 2019, and a lot of students are going to graduate after that. But in this day and age, having a college degree can only help you and push you along even further. It can only put you in a better position to do whatever you want to do later in life. And ultimately, it buys you a little bit more time to figure yourself out, figure out what you need to do to get to the places that you need to go. So I definitely always, I'm big on education. I've been to school since I was about 3, still strong. I feel that every student, if you have the opportunity, the means, the grades, the financial backing, every student should go to college. Advice to give them: number one thing in the world, if you're going to school, go to class. Go to class. Go to class. That can be the biggest thing in the world. Take advantage of what the instructors have to give you, and learn from it. Because when you finish, or even if you don't finish school, you paid your money for this course, and you can leave coming away with something. Knowledge is something that no one can ever take away from you. So if you're at school, definitely go get that. Most definitely.
Yeah, I'm a senior. I heard that college can be fun, but some people, my parents told me like go to class, like you said.
You said you heard that it can't be fun, or it can be?
It can.
Oh well, man, most definitely. That's the best time. That's the best time I had in my life. Sometimes I wish I could go back, to the glory days of the undergraduate life, because life was so much simpler. The only bill I had to pay was the bill to go to school, and I had a great time. I did 5 years in school. I didn't graduate in 4, so I had to do a little extra time. But I'm definitely glad for that opportunity, and as fun as it can be, because the schools, the student life at the schools are gonna make sure that there are a lot of things in place for students to have a good time, for them to have a safe time. But the educational background is the main reason why we're here. And even though we can, go to college parties or concerts and things that the school provides for the students, we need to go to class all throughout the week as well, and make sure that we are taking care of the school in the back end by graduating and having that graduation rate up, and becoming great alumnus in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And what will you say some of your proudest moments have been with the John Ehret Band?
I got some. Proudest moments. We had some good moments. One moment that sticks out is when I got to take my concert band to my alma mater, Southern University, for their concert band festival, and we received superior ratings. We also received superior ratings at the Jefferson Parish Music Superintendents Festival, and that was a great moment as well, because I pushed the group, for that goal, to reach that goal. And it's always a great feeling, not for me, but to see the success, see the students succeed, and to know that they succeeded. That's a great feeling. But I have to say, the best moment I've experienced at John Ehret High School was this year in February, when we marched in the Crew of Athena parade, and I preached to them. I said, I want to win a first place trophy. I want to put trophies on the wall. If you go in the John Ehret band room, it's full of trophies around the whole room. And I said, well, we didn't put none of those up there. I want to put a trophy on that wall. And the band worked hard through practices, and that was the last parade we marched for the season, and we won the first place trophy, an award, and it was just so good to see how happy they were to know that their hard work had paid off. So that gave me the joy, and we want to keep winning. We want to keep going for more.
Oh, if we were to do future interviews, would you be interested in participating in them?
I am down for anything that will put John Ehret in a positive light. Whatever you need. If you want to follow the band one day, want to come with us to a game, or if you even want to come and do a documentary in a band room, you're welcome. I'm here for whatever you need. If you want me to come back and do another interview, we could do 20. That's not a problem.
All right. That's it, an interview.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Collins?
Mr. Williams.
Johnson.
Johnson. I'm going to get that, all right. I'm sorry.